Welcome back, Wargamers. So, I have gotten reasonably far along with my High Elf Archers. So you may be wondering, when I painted my warriors green, or with green cloaks and a green accent, why I'm painting these ones with blue cloaks and blue accent. Well, that's simply my heroes are going to be blue, and since Rivendell Knights are the royalty of Elrond's household, I'm treating them with my hero paint scheme. And because these guys will not only function as foot archers until the new rulebook comes out and makes Rivendell Knights part of Rivendell, which is most likely going to happen. Until that happens, these guys can be foot archers, and then they'll be excellent dismounts. So yeah, for the base coat, and yes, once again, I forgot to do them when they were just base coated. I am really sorry. But yeah, for the base coat of metal, it was Stormhost Silver. Cantor Blue was the blue, or most of the blue. I also have Caligar Blue, was like the sash. All the brown bits were Rhinoxide, and the red bit was Corn Red. So yeah, that's pretty much. You'll note that the main cloaks are neither washed, nor even cleaned up. That's because I will be wet blending them, and there's really no point when you're going to cover them all in paint again anyway to worry about cleaning them up before the wash stage. So for the washes, I just did everything in Dragonhof Nightshade, which is a really nice blue wash. And yeah, the main exception is the faces, though, in which I did Reikland Flesh Shade. So yeah, that's how I've done them. And yeah, the sashes I'm trying not to wash either because I don't want them to be any darker than this light blue. So yeah, that's how these elves look, and I will come back once they have been highlighted. See you then, Wargamers. So I have now finished highlighting my high elves with bow. So, for the high elves with bow, for the metal, I used Stormhost Silver. For the flesh, I used Bestigor Flesh and Ungor Flesh. I might have had a mix there. For the eyes, I did Cremate White. The blue part of the eyes was Altiok Blue, or no, Calgar Blue. It was Caligar Blue. And for the pupils, it was Abaddon Black. And yeah, so the pupils were Abaddon Black. So for the brown areas, it was Rhinoxide, then either dry brush with Gorthor Brown, or in the case of the bows, slowly mix highlighted between the two. For the feathers on the arrows, it was mixes of highlights from Cantor Red to Osdaka Red to Evil Sun Scarlet. For the belt cloth thing, the sash, I did a mix of Calgar Blue, Dawnstone, and Cremate White, and then just continued getting the mix lighter and lighter until just Cremate White. For the blue, I wet blended Cantor Blue and Teclis Blue together. So that is how I highlighted these guys, and I'll come back once I have put them on their bases. See you then. Welcome back, Wargamers. So I have now completed my High Elf Archers. So yeah, pretty much I just put them on their bases, which I made differently from the other bases, so I'll go over how I did them. I base coated the stone in Dawnstone, and the mud in Rhinoxide. Then I washed it all with Nuln Oil. Then I washed it all with Reikland Flesh Shade. Then I highlighted up the stone in Dawnstone, dry brushed, and then all the way up to Cremate White to get a really white, either Rivendell or Fallen Arnor feel, because that is where these guys would be fighting, in either Originian or Arnor. And then the dirt was reapplying the Rhinoxide again, then dry brushing Gorthor Brown, re-dry brushing Rhinoxide, and then a slight dry brush on some raised areas of Flayed One Flesh. And around the edges I also dry brushed with the Dawnstone over the stone areas and the Gorthor Brown over the muddy areas, because that's how I do the rims of my bases. I just dry brush over the black. So yeah, the flowers were quite fun to do. I used the army painter, grass tufts, and onto the grass tufts I stuck some of these, and they're just like little flock bits that come off and you can either shake on, but what I do is I dip my brush in a glue and water mix, about 50-50, and then touch onto a pile of the flock flowers, and then touch it to where I want it to be on the bases. So yeah, that's how I did it. And these are my High Elf archers. Back, Wargamers, so for a probably somewhat unexpected thing, I did actually give the elves bowstrings, which I had intended to do, but forgot about during the end of the hobby vlog, so I'm now adding this to the end. And yeah, so pretty much what I just did is I took some string, put some glue on it and on the edge of the bow, and I used an accelerator, just water, tends to accelerate super glue. And then I bent the bow together. My doubles partner actually had the figure this out first, so I had the guide for this, so I was just using that. And then glue it to the other side, then when you release it, it'll make the bowstring taut. And yeah, that's how I did it. So be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Support your Hobbit hobby, and Akman Ruki Astu. Thank you.